Hello and welcome to the channel on Limitless Brain Lab. I'm Dr. Sweta Adatia, neurologist and your brain coach. I want health, wealth, and happiness for every single being on this planet Earth. You have been bathing every day, right? With water and with all the showers and everything. Have you heard of a bath which is going to change your brain? A bath which is going to rewire your reality? A bath wherein your stress would just disappear? If you are struggling with stress, anxiety, lack of sleep, you are constantly worrying about things in your life, your health is deteriorated, you have sugar, blood pressure issues, and so many other problems that you suffer from, and you want to say goodbye to all of it, this is one bathing technique which you have to integrate in your daily life. What am I talking about? I'm talking about a Japanese technique called Shinrin Yoku, which is also called forest bath. All you need to do is just spend 60 minutes in the entire week. Yes, I've been talking about daily lifestyle, and this is also one of my very religious and rigorous practice that I have been doing for last many years. Of late, I went to a conference and they were measuring stress. Yes, you can measure stress. We also have built a lot of tools by which you can know what is your stress level. So I was measuring and I was standing there at the booth, and the guy said, I just interacted with the guy and I said, your device is not going to measure my stress. So the guy was a little pep up and said, oh, you have a lot of stress, doctor? I said, try, and between the scale of 0 and 100, 0.5 was my stress. Now, it's not that the situations around are not stressful. It's not that my life is not stressful, but the way I have programmed myself into the stress control is what made the difference. So how do you balance your autonomic nervous system? How do you fight the fear? How do you fight the stress? That is what happens with this forest bath. 60 minutes, all you do is just go to a green space completely with lots of vegetables, lots of trees, lots of fruits, lots of plants. Even if you can't find anything, I live in Dubai, still I get to find a beautiful park. Go ahead and spend some time in nature, 60 minutes in the entire week. What is it doing? A 2010 Japanese study found and it was published in the Environmental Health and Preventive Medicine, that it significantly lowers your heart rate, your blood pressure, and your cholesterol level, and cortisol, which is your stress hormone. All you need to do is just go ahead, take the smell, take the sounds, take the visuals of the green spaces around you. Walk barefoot. When you walk barefoot, there is an RBC rouleau which is already there in your body. Your RBCs are clumped. Red blood cells allows you for hemoglobin carrying capacity. It is very important for your general well-being. When the RBCs are clumped, you have a tendency for getting a lot of problems, heart issues, brain issues, limbs issues, etc. 10 minutes of a forest walk actually breaks down this rouleau formation. What a beautiful way it has been shown in one of the study. So that is the second benefit that you get by walking into the forest. What is the third benefit? If you are suffering from cancer, if you are struggling with bad immunity, you cannot protect your body, you keep getting infections, then your increasing capacity of your immune system, your natural killer cells, and that has been tested and shown that your natural killer cells, 7 days of persistent exposure doubles in number. Your immunity boosting doubles in capacity just merely by doing that. Also in the brain, what you go through is building of the brain-derived neurotrophic factor. So fourth, you get your brain sharp, your memory good, you get your mental fog cleared off. You are essentially rebuilding and rewiring the brain. When you smell different things, when you are in the forest, you will smell some cypress oil, sometimes pine, sometimes some fruity flavors, sometimes citrus, etc. You are activating the limbic system, but this time more from the control perspective. You are actually improving your memory. You're strengthening the wires around your hippocampus and amygdala as well. Sounds, when you're listening to the water, when you're listening to children playing around in the park that you go to, when you listen, in fact, if you very closely remain near a tree, you will hear something. If you have never done that, go ahead and test it out. When you hear all that, you have alpha, a slow brain frequency allowing you to calm and have rest. The moment you see the green spaces, your eyes relax, your muscles which were contracted all the time, the screens and all, they get a new life. So all of this happens when you are spending merely 60 minutes. 5 powerful ways by which you are not just rewiring your health, you are also rebuilding your brain, you're rebuilding your mental capacities. If you get the chance and the time, also touch the trees. Go ahead and hug the trees. Go ahead and sit under a tree. Go ahead and connect to the ground. The grounding effect gives you a great alpha rhythm in the brain. Walking for 10 to 15 minutes around that space, as I said, changes the wiring of even your immune system. So very simple things, but profound outcomes when it comes to the health and the wealth. I'm super excited to bring you the science beyond science of a very special Homa from Smiles. Smiles Homa with Monica Singalji from Hariom Smiles was deeply evaluated by the team of Limitless Brain Lab, and we found some amazing magical results. Yes, Homa as a therapy has been studied by German scholars, by a lot of Western scholars, and ancient Vedic literature has also mentioned of the amazing effects of what a Homa does. We were able to pinpoint what is it doing to your brain, a pre and a post, what happens during the Homa. There is synchronization or activity of the brain which is extended, which is amplified, which is improved. What this means for you, which means you can have a better brain, you can have better memory, you can have all the subconscious resolutions, you can build your brain, you do tratak, you do offering, you do Homa in a particular setup. There are so many benefits across in your relationships, in your health, in your wealth. So we are coming up with an entire series on Neurosacred Detox. So join with us where every month we take you on a special journey considering the neuroscience benefits of it, and doing this every day in your home will make your life wonderful. So hang tight as we keep this journey along at the Limitless Brain Lab, because we want health, wealth, and happiness for all. And with Smiles together, we want limitless smiles for this entire planet. If you are stuck in a memory, if you cannot get rid of toxic relationships, rumination is a problem, even forest bath helps you. Improving your mood, improving your energy, improving your mitochondrial capacities, the main storehouse of energy, also happens through the forest bath. So go ahead and include this bath in your everyday practice, because this is going to change your life. So hang on to our channel. I am Dr. Sweta Adatia, neurologist, bringing you various deeper insights into living a healthy and a happy life.